Shabbat Shalom on this final day of 2021 and the first day of 2022. Many people are wishing one another a better 2022. It's a hope that this year will bring about positive changes that we all want and a reprieve from the affliction of the pandemic. One of the most challenging elements of the pandemic has been the roller coaster ride of hope and despair. Just as we're about to enter back into life, even with great caution of masks and proof of vaccination cards, a new variant arises to strike us down. In this week's Torah portion of Vayera, we read about the first 3 of the 10 plagues that will afflict the Egyptians. Early on in our pandemic, we could empathize with the Egyptians as to what plagues felt like. Sequestered in their homes, trying to ride out the plague, the Egyptians were supposed to come to understand that the Israelites were no longer to be enslaved. There were lessons to be learned. And as I have spoken the last 2 High Holy Days, we're still working on learning what our lessons are going to be. In the end of each plague, they must have hoped that this was the end of them and that life could go on as before. I've always wondered at what point during the plagues the Egyptian people began to beg Pharaoh to let the Israelites go. At what point did they get angry with Pharaoh for prolonging the plagues? 10 times there was a surge of a new plague and then the hope that life would get better. Imagine, we're only on surge number 5 of the COVID pandemic. But this Shabbat, the beginning of a new secular year, provides hope that with time things will get better. Rather than living in fear of what time will bring, we are reminded about the importance of how we approach time. Rather than trying to fit more activities into a finite amount of time with the frustration that we need more time, Shabbat is a reminder that time is in fact finite. And we need to realize that time is our friend and not our enemy. Every Shabbat is an opportunity to reflect on what our lives have been like during the past week, and then reflect on what we'd like our lives to be in the coming week. Every Shabbat is a time of hope. On this Shabbat of 2021 and 2022, may we hope and pray for a better year and acknowledge that we must be our best selves to strengthen each other in the most challenging of times. It's in our actions that we can continue to give hope to one another. On this Shabbat, wishing you Shabbat Shalom.